You've seen it everywhere, right? This technological tidal wave that's completely reshaped our world in what feels like the blink of an eye. I'm talking about generative AI, of course. And today, we're going to zoom in on one place in particular, Taiwan. Why? Because their entire university system is in this incredible all-out sprint to catch that wave. It's a really fascinating story about ambition, but it also uncovers a massive, looming challenge. Okay, so before we really get into Taiwan's AI race, let's just make sure we're all on the same page here. What are we really talking about with generative AI, or Gen AI? This isn't your classic sci-fi robot. It's something different. It's a kind of AI that actually creates brand new stuff, original content. You give it a little prompt and boom, it can spit out text, incredible art, music, even video. Just think of it like a creative partner that's basically read the entire internet. I mean, look at this timeline. What's absolutely wild is just how fast all of this happened. We're talking about a full-blown revolution in, 2 years? We went from DALL-E giving us these first little hints of what AI could do with art, to tools like Midjourney and Stable Diffusion that suddenly put that power into everyone's hands. It was amazing. But the real earthquake? That was November 2022. That was ChatGPT. And that, my friends, was the moment Gen AI stopped being some niche tech thing and became a global phenomenon that changed, pretty much everything. So yeah, that explosion sent shockwaves everywhere, right? Every single industry had to figure out how to adapt or risk getting left behind. And that brings us to our main story today, Taiwan's AI arms race, and how their universities are scrambling to catch this massive wave. And when I say they moved fast, I mean, it's just staggering. Literally right after ChatGPT launched in November 2022, universities in Taiwan didn't wait around. They took immediate, decisive action. They started this huge overhaul of their entire curriculum, their admission plans, all for the students coming in 2025. This wasn't a slow-moving plan. We're talking about a system-wide pivot that happened in months, not years. That's just incredible. All right, so how big of a deal is this, really? Let's break it down and look at the response by the numbers. We dug into the 2025 admission plans for 49 universities. That's nearly 1,900 departments to see exactly what's going on. Okay, first up, almost 4.5%. Now, that might not sound like a huge number, but think about what this is. We're not talking about a couple of extra classes. These are entire degree programs, whole specializations, built from the ground up to be all about AI. But wait, it doesn't stop there. On top of that, you've got another 5.3% of departments that are adding specialized, really in-depth AI courses. So you might be studying business, but now you've got a required class on AI and finance. Or maybe you're in an arts program and suddenly you're doing a deep dive on how to use generative AI for your work. It's being woven right in. And then we get to the biggest group of all. A whopping 11.6% of departments are integrating AI applications directly into their main professional courses. This is huge. It means if you're going to be an architect, a lawyer, a marketer, whatever, you're not just going to learn about AI. No, you're going to learn how to use it as a core tool for your actual job. So when you put it all together, what do you get? This chart really spells it out. We're looking at over 21%. Let that sink in. That's more than 1 out of every 5 university departments in Taiwan officially putting AI into their curriculum for 2025. And you know what? That's probably a lowball estimate, because you can bet there are tons of other professors using AI in their classes without making a big official deal about it. I mean, this is seriously impressive, right? To see an entire system pivot this quickly is amazing. But it also brings up the elephant in the room. There's this massive, critical challenge that comes with moving this fast. It raises a huge, and I mean huge, question. And here it is, the one big problem. See, everything we've talked about so far, that's the demand side. The students, the curriculum, the need for AI education, it has just skyrocketed. But what about the supply side? I mean, who is actually going to teach all of these new specialized classes? And that's the fundamental challenge, isn't it? As all these universities are rushing to get their students ready for an AI future, they've hit a major roadblock. Look, it's one thing to create a new course and write a syllabus. It's a completely different challenge to suddenly find hundreds of professors who are actually experts in this stuff. So the big question we're left with is, are there really that many professors with real AI expertise? Can they pull this off and make this revolution happen? Or is this whole amazing sprint just a bubble that's about to burst?